Does it feel like you're filling up more often even though your commute hasn't changed? That slow, creeping drop in fuel economy, the one that dealership diagnostic fees alone can turn into a $200 headache before they've even lifted the hood. You see, here's what no dealership will tell you. That drop is actually normal. Why? Well, because over thousands of miles, tiny inefficiencies pile up. A slightly underinflated tire here, a dirty sensor there, and suddenly your Elantra reads 27 miles per gallon on the highway instead of 35. But that doesn't mean it's a loss you'll accept. No, it's a loss you can correct. Hi there, I'm Dean, and I've spent more than a decade under the hoods of these cars, and I'll tell you plainly, the vast majority of fuel economy complaints that roll into my shop don't need a new catalytic converter or a $1,500 repair. What if I told you that for less than $50 total you can claw back 2, 3, sometimes 5 miles per gallon with your own hands in a single Saturday morning using nothing more than what you'd find at any auto parts store? No gimmicks here. Just tested, repeatable, Hyundai-specific fixes that address the real reasons your MPG has gone soft. What I'm promising here are 7 fixes under $50 that will turn your Hyundai back into the efficient machine it was engineered to be, and your wallet is going to feel it at the very next fill-up. Whether you drive a Tucson, Santa Fe, Elantra, Sonata, Kona, you name it, this will work wonders for you. Let's get into the garage. Fix number 1. Tire pressure. I'm starting with the one that costs nothing and is physically the easiest thing you will ever do for your Hyundai's fuel economy. Correct tire pressure. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. The difference between rolling resistance at 28 pounds per square inch and 35 pounds per square inch is not marginal. It's actually massive. Every 2 pounds per square inch drop below the manufacturer specification increases rolling resistance by roughly 2 to 3%. Which, in a lump, can translate to a 1 to 2 miles per gallon penalty. I've seen it on the fuel logbooks of dozens of Hyundai owners. You see, Hyundai engineers determined your ideal pressure, and it is not stamped on the tire sidewall. That number on the tire is the maximum safe pressure, not the recommended. Open your driver's door and look at the white and silver placard on the B-pillar. On a 2023 Tucson, for example, it reads 35 pounds per square inch, all around for optimal efficiency. A 2020 Elantra might be 33 pounds per square inch. Use that number and check the pressure when the tires are cold, meaning the car has been sitting for at least 3 hours or driven less than a mile. Even driving to the gas station around the corner can add 2 to 3 pounds per square inch of heat-induced pressure, giving you a false reading. So do it in your driveway. What do you need? A decent digital tire gauge. You can pick up a reliable one for about $9 to $12. It's a one-time purchase that will live in your glove box forever. Most gas station air pumps are free or cost $1, so let's call the total expense $0 to $10. It will take you like 5 minutes to check your tire pressure. I bet you can even do it in less time. This reminds me of a Sonata owner who rolled into my shop some time ago. She was convinced her fuel economy had tanked due to a failing transmission. She was averaging like 26 miles per gallon combined. I looked around for a while before checking her tires. 3 were at 27 pounds per square inch. We had to inflate them to 34 pounds per square inch, and that's actually all it took. 3 weeks later, 29 miles per gallon combined, same route. 3 miles per gallon just from the air we breathe. This should always be your first fix, always. But tire pressure is just the beginning. There's a piece of paper-thin filtration in your engine bay strangling your engine's breathing, and replacing it costs less than a large pizza. That comes next. Fix number 2, the choked-out engine air filter. $15 to $20. Inside the black plastic airbox under your hood sits a pleated panel filter that has one job: to keep grit, dust, and bugs out of your engine while allowing a specific volume of clean air in. Over 12,000 to 15,000 miles, and much sooner if you drive in dusty rural or construction-heavy areas, that filter loads up. It eventually looks like the lint trap of a dryer that's been ignored for a month. And when the engine can't draw air efficiently, it compensates by pulling more vacuum, effectively running richer and burning more fuel. Your Hyundai's ECU tries to correct, but there's a physical limit. Now, this fix takes 10 minutes and a single tool, usually no tools at all on modern Hyundais. All you have to do is unclip the airbox, lift out the old filter, and drop in a fresh OEM or high-quality aftermarket replacement. On a 2022 Kona 1.6T, for instance, the OEM filter part number is 28113-J5100. And it costs around $18 at a Hyundai parts counter or online. The aftermarket equivalent from Wix or MAN is typically $14 to $16, so the repair hovers right in that $15 to $20 sweet spot. What does it produce in fuel savings? On a dyno, you won't see a horsepower jump. On the road, however, a heavily restricted filter can eat 2 to 3 miles per gallon because the engine is working disproportionately harder at steady throttle openings. I've documented a Santa Fe with 60,000 miles on an original filter that was so caked, removing it added back 2.5 miles per gallon on a controlled 200-mile loop. A fresh filter also improves throttle response and can quiet a slightly gruff engine note. If you don't remember the last time yours was changed, just go pop the clips and look. If light doesn't pass through the filter pleats when held to the sun, it's done. Change it now. Now, changing the filter restores the engine's ability to breathe, but there's another component inside that intake tract that measures that airflow, and if it's sending the wrong data, you're burning money even with a clean filter. That's next, and it requires almost zero mechanical skill. Fix number 3. The Mass Airflow Sensor Clean, $10 for the spray. Tucked between the air filter box and the throttle body is a delicate sensor called the MAF, Mass Airflow Sensor. Its job is to tell the engine computer exactly how much air is entering so the computer can deliver the precise amount of fuel. Over time, oil vapors from the crankcase ventilation system, micro dust particles that sneak past the filter, and general grime form a fine, almost invisible film on the MAF's hot wire or hot film element. When that happens, the sensor typically underreports airflow. The ECU thinks less air is coming in, so it commands a leaner mixture, except the oxygen sensor downstream catches the lean condition, and the system compensates with extra fuel trim, often resulting in a net rich condition. You lose fuel economy, and sometimes you'll feel a slight hesitation or a rough idle. I've a $10 fix that works like that. Buy a can of MAF-specific cleaner. CRC Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner, for example, literally $10 at any auto parts store. Do not use brake cleaner, carb cleaner, or contact cleaner. They leave residues that can damage the sensor or skew readings permanently. With the engine off and the key removed, unplug the MAF harness, remove 2 screws or the retaining clip, and carefully pull the sensor out of the housing. You'll see a tiny glass bead or a wire inside a passage. Flood it generously with the spray, holding the can so the liquid doesn't touch components, just the airstream. Never touch the actual sensing element with anything. Let it air dry completely for like 5 minutes, and reinstall. On a 2021 Sonata Limited that came in with a complaint of miles per gallon dropping from 31 highway to 26, we did nothing but a MAF cleaning and an air filter swap. The owner reported back after a week of mixed driving, 30.2 miles per gallon, a nearly 4 miles per gallon recovery. This is one of those "why did I wait so long" kind of fixes. Of course, air-related fixes are only half the story. Your Hyundai's fuel system has its own hidden culprit. That's coming up in just a moment. Fix number 4, the $12 fuel system cleaner. If you own a direct-injected Hyundai, such as a 1.6T, 2.0T, 2.4G Di, or the SmartStream engines, you've likely heard the term carbon buildup. Unlike older port injection, direct injection sprays fuel directly into the cylinder, which means the intake valves never get washed by fuel detergents. Over time, oil vapor and carbon deposits accumulate on the backs of the valves, restricting airflow and causing uneven combustion. A full walnut blast cleaning can cost anything from $400 to $800. Well, don't panic just yet. That's not what we're doing today. But a high-quality fuel system cleaner used preventatively and periodically can keep injectors clean and address some early-stage carbon on the piston crowns and injector tips, which directly influences fuel atomization and burn efficiency. I'm talking about a simple bottle of Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. or the equally effective gum-out multi-system tune-up. Both cost between $10 and $14 at any auto store. Here's what you do when you get one. Run your tank down to about a quarter, pour the full bottle in, then fill the tank with top-tier gasoline. That last part matters. The synergy of a clean additive package in the fuel combined with the concentrated cleaner yields the best results. Do this once before your next oil change, and you'll likely notice smoother idle and a slight MPG recovery, particularly if your Hyundai has over 40,000 miles. A customer with a 2019 Tucson 2.4 GDI was averaging 22 mpg in mixed city driving. Post-treatment and a week of normal driving, his running average hit 25.1. That's a 3 miles per gallon move for under $15 and the effort of unscrewing a fuel cap. And if your Hyundai has the Theta 2 or new engine, consider this cheap insurance against injector clogging. Now we've cleaned the air path and the fuel path. Still, there's a tiny spring-loaded valve on top of your engine that, when clogged, can generate more fuel-wasting chaos than all previous issues combined. Fix number 5. The PCV valve. The positive crankcase ventilation valve is an unsung hero. Its job is to meter the flow of blow-by gases from the crankcase back into the intake manifold to be burned cleanly. When it fails, and it does, slowly, over time, it typically sticks open. That allows unmetered air to enter the intake, which the oxygen sensor reads as a lean condition. The ECU counters with more fuel, and you get a rich mixture, higher fuel consumption, and often a lumpy idle that you might have gotten used to. On Hyundais, the PCV valve is usually a plastic-bodied right-angle component threaded into the valve cover, with a rubber hose running to the intake manifold. It costs between $8 and $14. I recommend the OEM part. For a 2020 Elantra 2.0, the part number is 26740-2G000, and it's around $11. Replacing it is no biggie. Just pull the hose, unscrew the old valve with a deep socket or a wrench, thread the new one in, reattach the hose. Check the hose for cracks while you're there because any vacuum leak will compound the problem. All of this should take you nothing more than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's that easy. I remember a 2017 Sonata Hybrid that was supposed to return 40 miles per gallon combined was showing 29. The hybrid battery was healthy, the air filter was new, tire pressures were spot on. That little PCV valve was the real culprit. The little guy was stuck wide open, introducing a massive vacuum leak. A $12 replacement restored the fuel economy to 39 miles per gallon within a tank. This is one of those parts that owners ignore until it causes a check engine light. But by then, you've already spent the extra money on fuel. Change it every 50,000 miles preemptively to be on the safer side. It costs you nothing, but can still cost you everything. Now, so far, you've spent maybe $40 total if you bought the gauge, filter, MAF cleaner, fuel treatment, and PCV valve. There's one component that's slightly more expensive, but it's totally worth it. Let's talk about the spark that fires the entire show. Fix number 6. Spark plugs. I'm going to be careful here because I promised $50 upgrades, and the set of quality iridium spark plugs for a modern Hyundai does dance right at the edge of that budget. But if yours have passed the 60,000 to 100,000 mile mark depending on the engine, this is actually non-negotiable. Worn spark plugs force the ignition coils to work harder, create inconsistent flame fronts, and leave unburned fuel in the cylinder. That fuel doesn't move the car, it just exits the exhaust and heats up your catalytic converter. The result is a steady decline in miles per gallon that many drivers don't notice until the plugs begin causing a misfire and a blinking check engine light. Don't wait for that. For a 2019 Santa Fe 2.4, the OEM-NGK Iridium plug is part number 18846-10060, and a set of 4 can be found for as little as $42 online. A 1.6T Kona might use 4 NGKSI LZKR 7B11 plugs at around $11 each. You'll need a 5/8-inch spark plug socket, a ratchet, and an extension. All tools most home DIY-ers either own or can borrow from an auto store loaner program. The job takes under an hour if you're methodical, and Hyundais are very friendly in this regard, with easy coil pack access. Why does this matter? Well, I once had this customer with a 2015 or 2016 Sonata Eco. I can't quite remember, but he was shocked that his highway MPG had fallen from 38 to 31 over the past year. We removed the plugs and found gaps worn to nearly 0.06 inches. The spec is around 0.032. The fine iridium tips were blunt. A fresh set brought him back to a steady 37 miles per gallon on the very next trip. Sorry to be that guy, but let's do the math, shall we? At 15,000 miles driven annually and $4 per gallon, recovering 6 miles per gallon saves roughly $300 per year. The $45 plug set pays for itself in the first 2 months. If you've never done plugs on your Hyundai and you're over 50,000 miles, it's time to watch a tutorial specific to your engine and get it done. Now I have one more upgrade. It's completely free. It requires 0 parts, and it can yield an immediate 1% to 2% efficiency gain. An easy cherry on top of everything we've done. Let's wrap it up. Fix number 7. The free aerodynamic and weight trim. Declutter the Hyundai. Hyundai engineers spent thousands of hours in wind tunnels sculpting your car's shape to slip through the air cleanly. Then we, as owners, bolt roof racks, crossbars, bike mounts, and cargo boxes on top, and sometimes leave them there months after the last camping trip. Even empty crossbars disrupt airflow over the roof, creating turbulence and drag that steal highway fuel economy. Studies show a set of unused crossbars alone can cost 1 to 2 miles per gallon at 65 miles per hour. A full cargo box? Up to a 5 miles per gallon penalty. This fix is free and obvious. Remove any rack components when not in use. Most factory crossbars on a Tucson or Santa Fe come off in minutes with a keyed tool stored with your spare tire. Put them in the garage. While you're at it, empty the trunk. I'm not saying you can't keep a roadside emergency kit and a spare quart of oil, but I've seen trunks that double as mobile storage units, bags of donations, cases of water, a 40-pound stroller from a trip 2 years ago. That weight asks a tax at every stoplight and every uphill grade, especially in city driving. Removing 100 pounds can improve fuel economy by roughly 1%, which is maybe 0.3 miles per gallon. Seems tiny, but combined with all previous fixes, it rounds out the circle. This is about stacking efficiency margins, weight and drag reduction, good tire pressure, clean air and fuel delivery, precise spark. You're no longer patching one symptom. You've systematically removed the most common MPG drains for less than $50 total. Seems worth it to me. That's 7 moves, most of them so simple you can do them in an afternoon. All of them backed by real-world results, not marketing hype. So here's your challenge. Pick at least 3 from this list, execute them this weekend, and track your next 2 tanks of fuel with a simple miles driven divided by gallons. I guarantee you'll see a number that surprises you in a good way. Drop a comment with your car's model, year, and current MPG, and which fix you're going to try first. I read them, and I often pull ideas for future videos right from your experiences. You spend enough on fuel already. $50 and a little know-how can change that equation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.